Hello students, welcome back to the YouTube channel of St. Wilfred College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Panvel. In today's lecture, we will discuss the remaining part of last question, statement of distribution. Okay. In last lecture, we prepared the statement of excess capital and order of payment. In today's lecture, we will prepare the statement of distribution. In statement of distribution, which column you will prepare? First, date or realization. Next is particular and cash. These three columns are common in all statement of distribution. Next columns of liabilities. See, which liabilities are in this question? Capital. So we prepare the columns of capital, LUM. Next liability, general reserve. General reserve already added in a capital balance, so no need to prepare the column of general reserve. Then loan, then we prepare the column of loan, L loan, use loan. And then creditors, so we prepare the column of creditor also. Okay, we prepare the column of capital later. Why? Because in last we will pay the balance of capital, that's why. Now write down the balances of all. Write down balances. Cash balance. Write down the balance of cash. How much the balance of cash? 4,000. So write down 4,000. How much the balance of creditor? See how much the balance of creditor? 20,000. So write down 20,000. How much the amount of loan? 6,000. Use loan? 4,000. Else capital. Now capital balance, write down the capital plus general reserve. So write the adjusted capital that we calculated in the statement of excess capital, that is 20,000, 10,000, 10,000 and 2,000. Clear? Okay. Now, first pay to whom? First pay always realization expenses, but realization order of statement of distribution in order first pay the realization expenses, but realization expenses is not given. Second, contingent liability is also not given. Third is outsiders loan. Outsiders loan creditor is given. So pay to creditors, less pay to creditors. Pay to creditors. How much cash available? 4,000. So pay 4,000. So pay 4,000 and write down the balances of all. 4,000. 4,000 minus 4,000, nil. 20,000 minus 4,000, 60,000. Means 60,000 creditors still remember to pay. So this 16,000 we will pay in a next cash balance. Next is loan, 6,000. Use loan, 4,000. L capital, 20,000. Use capital, 10,000. M's capital, 2,000. Okay. Now realizations. See the date. Realization we are received 15 January 2014. When? 15th January 2014. 15 January 2014. So see 15 January 2014. Debtors 7,500, stock 4,500 and expenses 1,000. Less expenses. Okay. So calculate the realization, amount of realization. Realization. How to calculate? Debtors 7,500 plus stock 4,500 minus expenses 1,000. Minus expenses 1,000. Now calculate the amount. How much the cash balance? 7,500 plus 4,500 minus 1,000. It means 11,000. This is your capital balance. Okay. you have to pay 16,000 to creditor, but only 11,000 balance is available. So pay 11,000 now. Remaining amount we will pay in a next realization. Pay to creditors. Pay to creditors. How much cash available? 11,000. So pay only 11,000. Okay. And now cash balance is finished. So carry down the balances of all. Cash balance is nil. Creditors 16,000 minus 11,000, 5,000 still remember to pay. Else loan 6,000, use loan 4,000, else capital 20,000, use capital 10,000, M's capital 2,000. Clear? Now next realization. See the date of next realization, 31st January 2014. 31st January 2014. Realization. Realization. How to calculate the amount of realization? See here. Amount of debtor is 10,500, stock 500 minus expenses. So 10,500 plus stock 500 minus debtor minus expenses 500 means cash balance is 10,500. Right? 10,500. From this, first pay to creditors because 5,000 still remember to pay. So less pay to creditor, pay to creditors. How much? 5,000. So pay 5,000 to creditor. Now carry down the balances of 10,500 minus 10,500 minus 5,000. It means 5,500, right? 5,500. Now creditor balance is nil. 0 means nil. Now we will pay whom? We will pay the loan of L and U because these two partners loan is given. So pay to these two at a one time in their loans ratio. Loan is 6,000, 4,000. Loans ratio is 3:2. So less pay to partners loan in a ratio of 3:2. You know how to calculate the ratio? 6,000 and 4,000. So ratio is 3:2. So distribute this amount 5,500 in 3:2 ratio. So this will get a 3,300 of L and U 2,200. Clear? Now cash balance is nil. So carry down all the balances. Carry down all the balances. Here write down the balances. Here also write down the balances. Here also write down the balances. Carry down the balances of all. Okay. So cash balance is nil now. Creditors also nil. Now loan amount 6,000 minus 3,600 means 2,700. Now use loan 4,000 minus 2,200. It means 1,800. Else loan 20,000. Use loan 10,000 and M's loan 2,000. Clear? Now next realization. Next realization. See the date of next realization. 15th February 2014. So write down the date 15th February 2014. Realization. Realization. How to calculate the realization? See how much the amount of debtors? 8,500. Stock is 8,500. Less expenses 1,000. So write down 8,500 plus 8,500 minus expenses 1,000. Minus expenses 1,000. So cash balance will be 16,000. Clear? Now pay the loans. Less pay to partners loan, less pay to partners loan. See how much amount is remaining to pay? 2,700 and 1,800 means total amount 4,500 is remaining to pay. So less 4,500, pay 2,700, 1,800. Okay. Then 16,000. Minus 4,500. It means 11,500. Then else loan nil. Else loan nil. Use loan is also nil. Now capital balances. Now whose capital should pay first? See in order of payment. Whose capital should pay first? Whose capital should pay first? See in order of payment, whose capital should pay first? First pay to L rupees 5,000. Should write down less pay to L. Pay to L. How much? 5,000. Pay to L. Pay to L 5,000. So write down here less 5,000 and else column also write down 5,000. Okay. Then write down the balances. 11,500 minus 5,000. It means 6,500. Write down 6,500. And here 15,000. Right? Now second paid to whom? Now second paid to L and U 9,000, 6,000 means total 15,000. But only 6,000 is here. But only 6,000 amount is remaining. So pay 6,500 first. Less pay to L and U. How much? 15,000 we have to pay. But here only 6,500 is remaining. So pay 6,500. Now 6,500, how to distribute between these two? So distribute 6,500 in their ratio. 9,000 and 6,000 means ratio will be 3:2. So distribute the amount in ratio of 3:2. So distribute the amount in 3:2. 6,500. Distribute the amount in 3:2 ratio. 6,500 in 3:2 ratio means 3,900. So write down 3,900 and in youths column 2,600. Clear? Now all the cash balance is nil. So carry down the balances of all. Write down balances. Cash balance is nil. Creditor is also nil. Else loan nil. Use loan nil. Else capital. How much the else capital is remaining? 11,100. Then use capital 7,400 and M's capital 2,000. Now next realization. Next realization is, see the next realization in question 20th February 2014. So write down 20th February 2014. Realization. How to calculate the amount? How to calculate the amount? See, 10,500 plus 500 minus expenses 400. Right? So write down 10,500 plus stock 500 minus expenses 400. It means how much cash is available? 10,600. Write down 10,600. Now see how much amount should pay to the A and B. 9,000 and 6,000. Total amount is 15,000. We already paid 6,500. Then how much amount is remaining to pay? So let's pay to L and U. Let's pay to L and U. Already we pay 6,500. Means total we have to pay total 15,000. Already we pay 6,500. This means remaining amount is 8,500 should pay now. So 6,500. So remaining amount is 8,500. Pay in a ratio of 3:2. So L get the amount of how much? L get the amount of 5,100 and U will get the amount of 3,400. So now write down the balances of this 10,600 minus 8,500. How much the balance? 2,100. Then L's loan 6,000. Okay. U's loan 4,000 and M's loan 2,000. Now remaining amount distribute to all in their profit sharing ratio. Pay to all in their profit sharing ratio. How much the profit sharing ratio? 3:2:1. So distribute the amount 2,100 in their profit sharing ratio. So distribute the amount in their profit sharing ratio 3:2:1 means 1 L 1,050, U 700 and M 3,350. Now cash balance is nil. So carry down the balances of all. Carry down the balances of all balances. Cash balance is nil. Creditor is also nil. Then L's loan nil. U's loan is also nil. Then L's capital. How much the capital of L's? L's capital is 4,950. 4,950. Then U's capital 3,300 and M's capital 1,650. Now last realization. Last realization is 15th March 2014. Realization. How to calculate the realization? See, 2,050, 3,050 minus 600. 2,050 plus 3,050 minus 600 expenses plus which amount will plus stock were fully disposed, but the still debtors are remaining. So debtors were taken over by M. So 600 rupees add. So add these 600 rupees. Clear? Add these 600 rupees. So now capital balance will be, how much will be the capital balance now? 2,050, 3,050. 6,000, minus 600 plus 600. Then capital balance will be 5,100. Now distribute this amount in the profit sharing ratio. Let's pay to all in their profit sharing ratio. How much the profit sharing ratio? 3:2:1. Now distribute 5,100 in their profit sharing ratio. then 2,550, 1,700, and M 850. Now, after paying all the cash, still how much amount is remaining? See, these are the unpaid balance. Unpaid balances means loss on realization. Cash balance is nil, creditors settle nil, loans is also settle nil, then used loan is also complete, but the M's capital is remaining. How much? 2,400. 2,400. Used capital is also remaining 1,600, and M's capital is also remaining 800 rupees. This means after distributing all the cash, the partner's capital not settle. Partner's capital still now not settle. So this is a loss on realization. Clear? How to solve the problem? Okay. Then also this is a loss on realization. Okay, students. This is unpaid balance and this is a loss on realization. Okay, all of you know how to prepare the column. Prepare the column of debt, particular cash. These three columns are common, and then prepare the columns of liabilities. And accordingly, जो भी amount available होगी, what cash is available, paid that cash for the settlement of liabilities. If cash is not fulfilled, then pay the remaining amount in the next realization. Just like in this question, just like this solution. Okay. I hope all of you will understood this lecture very well, and I hope from all this lecture your doubt regarding the piecemeal distribution will solve. If you have any problem, you give your feedback. Okay. Thank you.